I'm going to bring up our keynote speaker right now, and I am pleased to welcome back a member of our 2006 charter class. Clark Kellogg's basketball highway began in Cleveland, Ohio, took him to the Ohio State University, where from 1979 to 1982, he was the go-to guy for the Buckeyes, we remember. He led Ohio State in scoring and rebounding as both a sophomore and junior. He was all Big Ten and the conference's most valuable player in 1982, which was his junior season, and he earned All-American honors as well. He followed his junior season, as we know, by entering the NBA draft, where he was the number one choice of the Indiana Pacers. Clark led a rebuilding Pacer squad in scoring 20 points per game in average and also 10.6 rebounds a game in his rookie year. He was named to the NBA All-Rookie team that year. Terry Cummings, I don't know, there was a ballot stuffing issue there. Terry Cummings got the NBA Rookie of the Year that year, but Clark made the All-Rookie team. Played 5 seasons with chronically bad knees that led him to trade the basketball, the round ball, for the microphone. And from the Pacers front court on the court to the Pacers broadcast booth, Kellogg has served as television analyst for the Pacers broadcast since 1990. He has been a CBS Sports college basketball game and studio analyst for the past 18 years, an Emmy-nominated studio analyst. He was named lead college basketball analyst for CBS Sports coverage of college basketball, including the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship in July of 2008, something I know he is very proud of and very well deserved there. He and his wife, Rosie, and their 3 children live in Columbus. In 2001, Clark was honored with the OSU Distinguished Service Alumni Award. He was inducted into the Ohio State University's Varsity Hall of Fame in 2001 and the Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame in 2006. Always a pleasant smile, always an informative word, and I cannot believe he says some of his travels this summer are going to include Washington, D.C., and I hope it's for a rematch because I can't believe he let the president hang with him on the basketball court. Clark Kellogg, ladies and gentlemen, our keynote speaker tonight.
Thank you very much, Jeff, and good evening, everyone. There's a passage in the book of Psalms that says, "This is a day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." And there's no better time to be glad in any day than to celebrate what we're celebrating and honoring here tonight. This is a special night of celebration and recognition. We celebrate the history of Ohio basketball, high school, college, pro. We recognize those who have distinguished themselves in the fabric of that history as players, coaches, teams, and contributors. It is indeed, as you heard Jeff mention, I was part of the class of 2006, an honor to be a member of the Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame, and it is also an honor to be here tonight as your keynote speaker. I would like to extend my personal congratulations to all of the inductees, their families, their friends, and their supporters. And I would also like to not only congratulate you, but to say thank you to those of you being inducted for your place in and contribution to Ohio basketball history. For me, some familiar faces are out here, past inductees. Some of them I knew about before they were inducted into the Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame. I had either seen their stories, read about their stories, or heard about their stories. There are others that I didn't find out about their achievements and accomplishments until I was at a banquet like this, the Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame. And it's been mentioned earlier, but 2 of tonight's inductees are the reason that we're here celebrating the class of 2010. I would like to give a warm round of applause to both Doc Doherty and Don Henderson. It's because of their effort, energy, passion, and vision that we have a night like this to celebrate and honor the game of basketball, its history, and those who have made that happen. You know, the title keynote speaker is an interesting one. As I thought about tonight, a question dawned on me. What should the role of a keynote speaker be on a night where we honor and celebrate not only the history of basketball in Ohio, but those who have shaped it? What should my role be here tonight as we salute those who have shaped the history of Ohio basketball? As I thought about it and pondered it myself, and the quietness of my back porch today, I said maybe I should approach it from the standpoint or the way that I approach commentating. And there are a few things that I always try to keep in mind as a TV analyst. The first and foremost thing is the game is the main thing. Make sure that the game is what you talk about. Then also be a good partner. For my colleague that's sitting next to me, for the folks that are in the truck, for the people that I work for. Be a good partner. On occasion, I'm asked to offer my opinion, but only occasionally. And then also, try to add something to the viewer's enjoyment without detracting from the main thing. So that's going to be my goal, to really shine the light on the inductees here tonight, because they are why we're here, to celebrate them and their accomplishments. But as any men in the audience know that are married, I'm still a work in progress when it comes to making decisions on my own. I'm still learning how to really appreciate and value the unbelievable insight and input that my wife can offer me in all areas, solicited or unsolicited. But this time, as I grow older and hopefully wiser, I wanted to solicit her opinion as to what my role should be as the keynote speaker. And like most times, she affirmed and confirmed why I should be doing this more and trusting her values and her input and her judgment far more than I do. I'm better than I used to be, but not as good as I need to be in that area. But I got a passing mark today, so I said, Rosie, I'm speaking at a Hall of Fame Induction Ceremony banquet tonight. They've listed me as the keynote speaker. I'm struggling with what my role should be in that position and with that title. She said, look, I got one sentence for you. Be brief, sit down fast, and stay out of the way. And that's what I'm going to try to do. The inductees, they're listed in your program. It's impossible when you read about their achievements and accomplishments not to be impressed, inspired, moved, excited. The impact and influence of this class of 2010. Past classes that have been inducted into this Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame. Or any time you've read about an individual or a team or an organization that's merited induction into any type of Hall of Fame. It's hard not to be impressed and to be inspired. I also find it instructive because it teaches us about folks that have maybe gone before us in the game of basketball and their contributions and their excellence. It also teaches about those who have come after us in the game and have had significant achievements. When I think about that and read about those that are being inducted tonight and those that have been inducted, a couple of words come to mind. Pride and gratitude. Proud for the rich and vast history of Ohio basketball. Proud to be a part of it. Gratitude because I'm thankful to be discovering more about that rich history on a night like tonight. But there are two other words that I kind of want to wind my way towards the finish line with. And those words are experiences and opportunities. I am currently reading Wayne Embry's Autobiography. Wayne is here and a member of the 2006 class, a member of the Naismith Hall of Fame as well. His autobiography is called The Inside Game, Race, Power, and Politics in the NBA. One of our inductees tonight, Frank Shannon, was Wayne's high school basketball coach. His son, Tom, and some of Tom's brothers are here. Tom actually allowed me to borrow the book just within the last week or so. Tom, I'm about halfway through it and loving every single minute of it, and I'm making sure I get copies for myself and my boys. But in that book, as I talk about experiences and opportunities, in that book, Wayne Embry chronicles the story of his life. He documents his experiences and opportunities that flowed through, in, and around basketball, people we met, relationships forged, challenges overcome, sacrifices made, difficulties faced, disappointments suffered, victory celebrated. I don't know how many of you had a chance to read this morning's paper. There was a wonderful article about one of our other inductees tonight, Don Carlos. I've had the privilege of meeting Don and knowing about his story prior to this wonderful honor tonight. We played some golf together, but in that article that was written, Don talked about a life changed, enhanced, even sustained through basketball. I imagine if you would poll or survey inductees present, past, if they're physically able, they would talk about and share highlights of experiences and opportunities directly related to basketball. Some of those experiences and opportunities probably beyond what they could have ever dreamed or ever imagined. I want to close by sharing the story of one of those experiences and opportunities in my own life. Jeff Hogan made mention of it. In the position that I've been given as the lead analyst for CBS Sports covering the men's college basketball tournament, I've had a chance to call the last two Final Fours, both national championship games. And in this year, 2010, had the unbelievable honor and privilege of spending two occasions with our sitting president, Barack Obama. The first time, January 30th, Vernon Lundquist, my partner, and I were doing a game, Georgetown at Duke. The president was there and had agreed to be part of our broadcast team if he was still around during the second half. And he obliged us with his presence and joined us. Proved to be real, genuine, witty, and actually did a decent job analyzing the game as we were sitting there, and made the bold proclamation on air, "Clark, I'm coming after your job. I don't know if it'll be 3 years or 7, but I'm coming after it." From that experience, which was well received by those who saw it, and the people at the White House and the folks at CBS, our folks at CBS asked if he would be interested in engaging in some type of interview with me during the Final Four. Lo and behold, we got a call from the White House a week before the Final Four. He had agreed. We're going to play a game of horse while I interview the president, talking about his passion for the game, what it means to him, does he watch, and so on and so forth. And a lot of people since then, those that saw it, whether it was live or on YouTube or wherever, have asked me, what happened? What is the real story about that game of POTUS? We played a version of horse. We changed it to POTUS because he's referred to as the President of the United States on the White House grounds. And he was fine with it when I asked him. It's not going to be horse, Mr. President. It'll be POTUS. Are you all right with that? Fine. Well, early in the game, my shot is feeling good. I'm knocking him down, wearing him out. But I began to get a little awkward about that. I want the game to be competitive. I know he loves basketball. He plays. He's got a nice looking stroke, but he's just not being able to knock any down. So the competitive nature from my Buckeye upbringing and training says, not keep him down. My compassionate nature says, give him a little life. I gave him a little life. Momentum flipped, and now I'm in a battle. And he's talking trash. He's knocking down threes and shooting them. They're in the air. Whap. Taking another shot, knocking it down. I go to shoot my shot. He said, no, I was 2 feet behind the line. I mean, it's like we're on the playground. And ultimately, he ends up taking me down by 1 letter. But the way I see it, that experience and that opportunity, there was no way, regardless of the result of the game, that I lost. That was a winning opportunity and milestone experience that I was able to enjoy because of basketball. I close with this. I've mentioned 4 words: pride, gratitude, experiences, opportunities. Tonight, we are reminded to take pride in the accomplishments, contributions, impact, influence of our honored inductees, as well as in the history of Ohio basketball. We're also reminded to be grateful for experiences and opportunities that basketball makes possible for those involved in the game. And I leave you with this quote: "A thankful heart is not only the greatest of virtues, it is the parent of all other virtues." I am overwhelmed with thanksgiving and gratitude and extremely proud of being a member of the Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame, but more importantly, to honor those that go in as part of the class of 2010 tonight. God bless you. Thank you.